All right. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl. I don't know. We're gonna figure out an intro some way, somehow. Y'all can see, niggas got a whole stack of books. So as y'all can see by the title, I am just literally about to put y'all on game or something like that, you know? I'm about to just tell y'all what I think about these books and why they have been so helpful to this whole journey called life. You feel what the fuck I'm saying? I want to say they're essential, but they're definitely just really essential for me. These books all like just stumbled upon me, especially with the life path that I've been choosing to go down. These books have just came from both sides of my path. So not all of these books I've finished just yet. A lot of them I have a really look, I got a habit of starting multiple books at once so I can jump around because I get bored really easily. Unashamed to say it. We're gonna start with the books. So of course, I think anyone who is interested in any sort of spiritual awakening, realization has picked up this book. When I had more of an awakening within myself about 3 years ago, this was the first book that I picked up and read. I never finished it because before I got to the end, I figured it out. That's my thing about me, because I could finish the book and it'd be a whole whirlwind of something else, but my ass, I never finished it. Like, I got super duper close, but I got it. It's been a minute since I read this book. The back of it says to realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. It's been a minute for me to honestly have space and in my brain to recollect everything that was being said in this book, but it taught what I took away from this book was just a brief overview of what honestly the rest of these books are diving deep into, like humility and patience and the shiftness and like the shifting in perspective so many times throughout this book. Like, I'm like, damn, like, you changing my whole life. Like, when I tell you each page was like like it propelled me into a space of the unknown, of all this knowledge that I can just like pick up and put in my basket. I would rate this, honestly, since I didn't finish it, might as well just say like 8 out of 10, because I got it. I was just like, nah, nigga, I got it. This next one needs no introduction. No, let me stop. If y'all listen to Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, I heard this man's voice on there, and what he was saying, I instantly got on Amazon and bought all his books. Literally bought all his books, banged that album out, because that's the place that I was in when he dropped that album. I believe I got all of his books at Cartole. The other one that's sitting over there is called Stillness Speaks. That's gonna be my third book I've read by him. And let me tell you, this book right here, The Power of Motherfucking Now. Oh my gosh. Like, when I had this book, I was in probably that area of your spiritual awakening where everything was happening literally so quickly. Like, when I tell you each page of my life, it seemed like he was just speaking to me directly. Destruction of a foundation that no longer served me. Like, literally felt myself dying when I was reading this book. In one of my darkest moments, I remember as it was happening, I'm stumbling upon the pages of him just starting to talk about acceptance in the mind and acceptance for the present moment and acceptance of like a situation that you have to fully surrender to. Like, there's no way you can change it. You literally have to accept it for what it is, even in the time of distress. And when I was literally reading those pages and I was going through that, I promise on my soul, I was sitting on the roof of my car, and I remember the first time I've ever accepted something so dark in my life. Of course mixed with prayer, of course mixed with humility, of course mixed with all of that shit. But I said my last little prayer, I had my music jumping, and I just shut my eyes, and I'll never forget that pain leaving my body, like, and I just accepted. And I never cried about the situation again. With this book, it dives deep. He brings up scenarios that are like truly in your everyday life, like truly in your everyday life. And it's like, he even puts people's questions, you know, about certain topics that he's talking about, allowing the reader to know that, oh, at the beginning of the book, I asked you to surrender everything. I'm going to show you how the thoughts that may come across your brain, he'll even say like, save it, because somebody else already asked that and I'm going to respond. And that's literally how this book goes. He does highly recommend reading this book first before you go into the New Earth, Awakening to Your Purpose, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. Both of these books took me forever to read, mostly because with this book, it was constant digestion and niggas was getting full. I literally had to take some stuff off the pages and live my life first to see how this is gonna work. But this book right here, I love, I adore. I always highly recommend people, well, not always, but to my loved ones, I recommend reading this book. This book though, brief overview of this one, because we done riding Eckhart dick, okay? We're done. This book honestly was speaking to me personally, of course, really direct, but really like him speaking to the full consciousness, like not like just literally just speaking towards you, but just like literally speaking about the effects of the ego on the mass consciousness, like the deception, the distraction. One thing I really love about this book is, one of the parts of his book is he did definitely touch on the feminine principle and how necessary, and how, I don't know if he said this, but listening to what Queen of Fool, Erykah Badu, I think one of them said this. Somebody said this. I'll be watching everybody. We need the feminine balance across the world. The world is way too dominated by masculine energy. And the way he connected that to show that we're literally lacking, I can't even get into right now because I don't remember. This book is really just about the collective consciousness. This is what I got from this. This next one, Water in the Soul. This book is so like revolutionary for me. At the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I was going through a really dark time. Honestly, what triggered my spiritual awakening was getting my heart broken into a million pieces. And actually, before I got my heart broken, I was in the midst of confusion and like literally lost in the wilderness, and the people that was around me was finding themselves, finding some direction they want to go in. And it's not even about finding it, like it wasn't even about them being able to find themselves. It was about the fact that they were so confident in who they wanted to become and how they were going to get there. And I'm like, I don't even know who I am when I look in the mirror, if I look in the mirror, because I avoided that shit. Being surrounded by a bunch of people that's confident and knows themselves, I know some people will be like, you know, it'll rub off on you. You know, birds of a feather flock together. When I tell you, like, I'm so appreciative of my friend group, because though we was going through the same things, we was all at different levels with it. Best friend Cherry, I would sit there and come to her about, you know, some stuff in my spiritual awakening. She's like, dang, I literally remember going through that in high school. People I was dating, that's what was really messing me up, because I was dating people who knew who they was, and I was in situations I didn't want to be in because I didn't know who I was. But this motherfucker right here, it's just little short, little quotes. Wake up in the morning, pray, read this. And like those little habits really shifted, you know, the weight of the pain to find more of a balance in my spirit. Let me say that. Be able to put some pain down just based off a few words. Like, this is the thing about life and all its chaos. Most of us are so eager to get to the next moment or memory. We want the next adventure or journey or road to travel. We want our tomorrow so swiftly that so often we forget to be here now. The magic happens when you slow down and take every moment for what it is, a gift. Sometimes you just gonna open the book and you're gonna read a part of it and put it back down because it hits you in all areas you needed to be hit in. It's like, okay, I'm gonna come back to you a little later when I need a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying? Look at it. I love cute little shit like that. But yes, watering the soul. Baby. Now, low-key, oh, it's 30. My Pisces twin. My sister from another mother. This book is literally like her diary. And the reason why, because this book isn't necessarily spiritual. For me, my perception of this book is literally her diary. She does beautiful poetry about, her life experience and her, the shit through her lenses. It's so cool. It's so dope. I literally want to do the same thing when I get the chance. She's freaking amazing. Resonate with this book so much is because she's my Pisces twin. Like, the reason why I love Janae so much is because a lot of what she's experienced, even just down to, even if it was a different situation, the pain and the way she carries it or has carried it and transmutes it into music is the same way I do in my life. Like how she carries her pain, how heavy it truly feels for her, even in circumstances where people may deem it's like it's not that serious. She gets it. It's helped me be okay with my emotions. She makes me feel sane. Okay, this may be a little dramatic, but it's okay, because yeah, bitch, this is just a part of who we are. This is the constants of ourselves. So if you just want to, because it's not just about Pisces, but this book really is just beautiful. But yo, real quick, this book right here, I haven't even finished it. It's really, really difficult for me to finish this book because it's a little too real for a nigga like me. The scientific parts of this whole spiritual awakening process I've been going on. Like when I first read the first few pages, I think I read this motherfucker toasted high, you know what I'm saying? Buzzed. Why is this already in the few pages deep? Is my brain already like shifting? Like my brain is becoming aware of itself, like aware of the fact that it's fucked up. But we're gonna finish it. So far, 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie, I really, really love this book that I'm currently reading, and I got me a little reading light. My favorite book cover ever. I might get it tatted on me because I think this is so beautiful. I mean, it's so simple. I really love simple things. I want y'all to be able to see. I am on page 119. The energy I get from this book, from my perception so far of reading, is of course, the collective created. He distinguishes the fact that we're all creators. For me, my perception is so pertained to a creator, like of art in some sense of the word. He just uses a lot of references like music, artists, teaching me to be able to handle my music a different way. Just to give y'all a little insight, like towards the end of 2023, I decided, I'm like, listen, like my horoscope was even saying it, I felt it in my spirit, God kept dropping it on my heart. I literally need to do things differently to see a change in myself. I need to do things differently even if I struggle. When it comes to my creation, I realize that I still really struggle with patience and understanding of myself and my creative process. I'm gonna go into the books that I'm getting ready to dive into here soon. Deliverance from demonic covenants and curses. I feel like it's definitely going to help with my fucking lustful addiction. If I want to get TMI, I love to do things that probably aren't deemed. I know it depends on the perspective, but some of this shit is really demons, okay? Like literally strongholds that I've allowed to grip onto me. So niggas is trying to see what's up. How can I let this shit go or tame this shit down? You know what I'm saying? Heal Thyself, Queen of Pua. Just ordered some stuff from her and I'm waiting to get it. It's the drops of life. I have mucus all up in my body and it needs to go. I am getting ready to move out. I've been trying to go vegetarian, plant-based, there we go. Plant-based, I'll never go vegan. Plant-based, successfully hasn't happened. I keep fucking it up and it's definitely the temptation in my home. These motherfuckers eat meat. And I just hope, I'm excited because she got formulas in here, making my body a strong ass temple That's literally the goal for 2024 and the rest of my life. Ask and it is given. I feel like I've heard about this book a few times. Woke Up Cupid. I don't know if you guys know that beautiful woman. She was talking about this book. She was just like, read it. Of all of these books, I honestly can say a lot of them is regurgitation, but they say it differently. And they put it in a different perspective because everyone is seeing things so differently. So it's just like, take what you need. And yeah, I'm really excited to get in on that book. Hello, people. So editing KO here. I forgot to literally mention the book that I held up at the beginning, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. This book is fire. I give it a 10 out of 10, and I'm not even that deep in the pages. When I tell y'all, like, this book is like a mixture of like Eckhart Tolle and The Body Keeps the Score. It's like there's something about having science to really like help you understand the chemical reactions as to why you do the things that you do, why your nature is the way it is. It helps to just, and you're the type of person who really can't do the sticky note shit, love yourself type stuff, or like, you know, just meditate and just sit down and just do that stuff. Like really, like you need some sort of scientific basis to understand your brain as to why you're so emotional, or why, you know, your brain works this way, or why you think that way. And this book is, to me, so far, is standing out because I love science, and what really got me was the way he broke down an atom. And it was a little far-fetched. It was a little bit reaching out there, but I'm just sitting there like, this book is really like the shit. Like, it's helping me understand, you know, the fact that my brain has been set up to respond to certain neurons, to certain, you know, pathways to create the reality that I'm experiencing. And the fact that my brain has just went into autopilot mode, it's just helping me to be able to basically dismantle the autopilot and really dive into the crevices as to why my brain is so, simplest terms, fucked up. So, book, 10 out of 10. Fire. I forgot about it, so yeah, that's it. But that's not even all my books. The rest of them are back there, that mess. With all of these books, especially the ones that I've read, like, have literally helped shape the mold of who I'm becoming. I'm still being molded, and listening to the creators of these books have really helped me to detach from self, the identity of just being KO to you niggas. KO, Kyra, my perception of what I thought of myself is really starting to help me detach. I went through a whole phase of just like, what the fuck? Why did I even do this? Like, reading these books just made me so much more aware of how messed up I was, and how really broken inside I was, and how broken my lenses were to myself, and the veil that was over my eyes. Just being. And it's not fully there yet, because I still find myself caught up in the human aspects of things. Different things in our life are going to bring that out of us, like the human, like the labeled side of ourselves. We all have a role and mask that we play in the real life. Don't lie, nigga. Planting the seed in my mind to be able to see myself in others and others in me. And it's helped me extend grace way farther than I ever thought I could. It's helped me forgive. It's helped me. These books have helped me really grab hold of patience. Like, I got so many goals. I got so much shit I want going on. I got a lot of people watching me. But man, these books have really helped guide me in the position that I'm in right now. Like, if y'all want to know where I'm at right now, I'll give a brief description. Niggas is really, really content with life. It's kind of scary, because I do still have an underlying feeling of just like, if I get too comfortable, I feel like something is gonna snatch the rug from under my feet. Like, right now, I have had death just looming around me and my loved ones a lot. Though it is the beautiful circle of life, the bittersweetness of it, I just see all the people in my life here for a long time. And just for some of the people who I thought would be here for a minute gone, that can really mess with your head. But that's why I say, for me, it's very, very important for me to tap into whatever it is that I'm feeling so I can understand and not spiral. These books have literally helped me tap into myself and literally grab hold of something when I feel like I'm about to lose it all. That is it for this video. I appreciate y'all sitting and watching and listening to me talk about my favorite books. If y'all like the video, like the video and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Bye.